Hey there, guys. I'm Paul, and I wanted to ask you guys. Let's start off with like a poll. Like, who all took like the ACT or the SAT? Like, just show of hands. Yeah. Does anybody know somebody who's going to take the SAT or ACT, like as a kid or something? You know? Yeah, coming up. Yeah. So everyone's required to take the ACT or the SAT because it's pretty much required when you're getting into college. So, yeah. And it turns out that the ACT and the SAT are hugely predictive of your future college success. So, here's my presentation. So we're going to compare two hypothetical students. Sorry, I'm new to PowerPoint. We're going to compare two hypothetical students. One is John, and the other one will be Mary. So John, he's an average student, right? He got a 3.0 GPA and in high school, and ACT score of 20. Now that's not a bad score. That's just an average score. Okay, so what's the probability that after 6 years he's going to get a bachelor's degree? It turns out that 32% of the time he'll end up getting a bachelor's degree. Now we're going to compare him to another student who's Mary. So Mary, she's got a 4.0 high school GPA and a 30 ACT score. Now that's not perfect, but that does put her like up in the like 90th percentile stuff. And so she actually has a 75% chance of getting a bachelor's degree. So put that in perspective really close, really quick. If we had if we had a class of 20 people like John, so only 6 of them would get bachelor's degrees. But then if we had a class of people like Mary, the whole 15 of them would get bachelor's degrees. So like that's really important, and we want to set up like every kid for success after their high school career as much as we possibly can. So that's where we come in. I'm Paul Fadica, and I'm introducing my edutech startup company. It's called Forest. It's located at the URL Forest.AM because that's what was available, and it's an online learning platform. So it's an online learning platform, and students will visit. It's designed so that students can visit it every day. High school students getting ready for the ACT exam or SAT exam can visit it for 15 minutes a day, and they'll just take like a quick answer some quick practice questions. And let's see what else do I got. Yeah, like these for example. It's designed to replicate the environment of the original ACT, the written environment of the ACT, as closely as possible. And so. After they spend 15 minutes a day working on this, we divided each of these questions up into like 1 or 2 concepts, individual concepts, and so that allows us to like precisely identify the areas of their weakness and the gaps in their knowledge, so we can like focus on just those spots. Okay. And now online studying is great, but what if you want a tutor, right? Let's see. I'll say that shows like. It has answer explanations too, to help you learn. And these are my list of concepts. We have 106 concepts so far that we've divided them up into. This is my list of concepts. All right. So you know, one of the like online studying is great, but like one of the best ways to help improve your GPA and high school ACT scores, SAT scores is with one-on-one mentoring, tutoring, right? So we have an app for that. We're developing it right now, and so you just would enter in the time, a day that works for you, a time and a location, address, and we'll pair you with a tutor in your area, and that tutor will come and visit on the same scheduled time, once a week, for 2 hours. And this is where we really leverage the students' individual data. Is we can give each of the tutors like an individualized printout for each of for the areas that they need the most help on, because we have like this the tutor can see like what they've been studying, when they've been studying, what areas and gaps in their knowledge that they have, and then we can target those specifically, and then we can provide each of the tutors with this very specific curriculum design just for that 2-hour session, right? So it's like a really personalized, like turnkey kind of system. We want to make it as simple as we can for our tutors. You know, they don't no need for assessments, no need for those diagnostic testing. Okay. And so I want to talk about pricing, and it gets a little expensive. One-on-one tutoring is pretty expensive. So the online learning platform, I wanted it to be free. Like I didn't want to have a paywall. I wanted all the content out there for everyone to use for free, but I wanted to offer premium features for $29 a month, like a recurring subscription, you know, for revenue. For the in-person tutoring, we're thinking of like about $499 for 4 weeks, which is about $62 an hour. which is a lot, but when you consider that the industry average is more like $76 an hour, so around here in Colorado. Yeah, and then we're going to start with pay around like $30 an hour, something like that for them. We actually call the tutors mentors because I view them as like more than just doing tutoring, you know. Let's see, so I wanted to talk next about the market size. This is just something I got from Ibis Reports, so just copy and pasted that. But so the market size, it's, let's see. So in the USA, 4 million students will take the ACT or SAT every year. And 26 states actually require that they take the SAT or ACT, including Colorado. So Colorado, they used to do the ACT, they just recently switched to SAT a few years ago. Like, yeah, everyone's required to take, every junior is required to take it in April. So, so in 2019, the online tutoring market was $608 million. And it was growing at about 7% with like about a 9% profit margin. So it's a fast growing market. Now I previously, let's see, where's my next slide? Okay, I previously compared us to Uber. So the taxi industry prior to Uber, it was this very fragmented market, right? There's no dominant market leaders or anything. The tutoring industry, online tutoring industry, is the same way. It's a bunch of indistinguishable, undifferentiated companies all competing on the same thing, right? So Uber was able to dominate that market by providing a product, right? They utilized GPS technology to provide a product that was cheaper, actually half the price. Uber's half the price of a traditional taxi, and more convenient, right? So the points of competition that we want to work on, because there's a ton of tutoring companies out there. There's a lot of competition. Yeah, there's the competition up there. You have Wyzant, Sullivan, ShagTutor.com, Kuman. You guys might be familiar with some of these companies already, maybe. Yeah. The points of competition are we want to provide a competitive price, but we mainly want to compete on the quality and convenience of our service, right? We want to be the most convenient, highest quality possible service out there. Yeah. And I was trying to make this into a, do I have it there? I made this into like a simple moonshot goal, right? So John F. Kennedy, right, he provided like this really simple goal that motivated a nation for a decade, right? Going to the moon, putting a man on the moon and bringing him back. So my moonshot goal, is to be able to take any student who has an average score on the ACT or SAT and put them up to like a Harvard level within 9 months and make that program affordable to like any average family could afford. So that would be like going from like a 21 to a 32 on the ACT equivalent. Yeah, and how am I doing on time? Almost done? Yeah? One more minute? Okay. And so I was just looking for, from the audience, just a couple questions. Is like I'm considering like doing online video chat versus in-person tutoring. So I don't know if anyone here has had it, and if anyone's had personal experiences with tutors, if they've had a tutor or they had a kid who had a tutor or something like that. And then ideas for like requiring customers online and in person, and recruiting mentors for the program. So far we've only signed on like one mentor. Yeah.